Hello and welcome to Blockchain Gaming World with me, John Jordan. So having a look at what's been going on with Castle Crush. So Castle Crush is a Web 2 game that now has NFTs in it. It's from Brazilian developer Wildlife. NFTs have been live, I guess, a couple of weeks now. And with lots of sort of Web 2 to Web 3 games, there's a whole bunch of friction. So you can't buy the NFTs within the app because that's available through the App Store. I'm playing on an iPad. You have to buy the NFTs through web browser, and then you have to link your account. So that's how the stuff's working. But if we look here, so this is if you're just playing the standard game, you have all these cards. So 68 cards in total. I found 57 of them. I'm level 10 of a maximum 12. So I've been playing the game pretty heavily for the last probably 4 months or so. Spent a bit of money. So that's the sort of the Web 2 bit of the game, and you can see now when I press Ascended Collection, those are what they're calling NFTs. So I now have 4 NFTs. They have, price sort of goes up and down. These are sort of the cheapest ones, and they've been, up to 100 quid, $100, sorry, I should say. There's a whole rarer set that are, much more expensive, like $500-600. We can have a look at the marketplace later on. But one sort of thing that I sort of want to talk about in this video actually is the Ascended Collection are just some of the regular collection. So not all the regular collection are available as NFTs, probably about a dozen or so. But what's interesting is how whether this is sort of a play to win thing. So I did a video about this before, and someone said on YouTube, it's play to win, and to some degree it is, but I hadn't really looked into just sort of quite how much it was. So we can have a look here. Obvious example here is we got this. This is a pretty standard character. So this is a dwarf. He's level 9. He's a sort of common card. One of the first you basically get this card early on. He's only 2 mana, so often card people use. And he's sort of like he's not particularly useful. He's got attack of 54, and he's got a lot of health, and he walks very slowly. And he's sort of useful to soak up pressure and have some melee people behind him. So remembering here, 54 health, 54. Attack 54, health 1300 effectively. If you go to the Ascended Collection, same card info. So attack 95, so double, and health. Sort of double as well. So now, obviously, if you're spending money buying NFTs, you probably expect some sort of increase. So that's sort of fair. I guess the fair thing is the fact that his sort of stats are doubled. Is that fair? I don't know. I'm not a game designer. Obviously, the one I've got here is level 9, so he's been leveled up quite a lot as well. I think you can level him up to level 12. So he's got a bit of a way to go, but obviously the NFT card is giving you a lot of extra, and I think play to win is something that certain people get very upset about. Depends where you are in the world. Typically in free to play mobile games, if people are spending money, they are sort of getting often a better experience in the sense that they're sort of going faster and they're leveling up quicker. So there is that sort of element. With this sort of game, it's basically based on matchmaking. So effectively now I've spent money buying these NFTs, so now I'm just progressing quicker through the levels that otherwise I would have been grinding through. Now I'm just going faster, so I'm leveling up quicker. But at some point I'll just reach characters with other characters with NFTs. I don't think I've played against anyone with NFTs yet. There's not a lot of NFTs out there. Or I just come across players who don't have the NFTs but have leveled up their characters to such an extent that we're sort of matched. So it definitely is sort of play to win at the stage I'm at. The top of the stage, I'm not there yet, so I can't judge. But obviously, if literally all your cards were NFTs, that would cost you a lot of money. I don't think it'd be pretty hard for people to beat you. So from that point of view, it is play to win, I suppose. But in terms of the type of game it's a PvP game. So you just, I don't think that the pay to win is sort of less of an issue, I think, on individual games at least. So the point of having these NFTs as well. So there is sort of 2 reasons. So basically, as we sort of saw here, we can see here these characters, and it says the amount of ascension points I earn a day. So ascension points, the more expensive the card, the more ascension points you earn a day. So basically, I have these in my deck, and if I win one game, I only need to win one game a day, and I earn 8 points. So you can see here, I've earned 8 points today. I've won my game today. If I play another game and win, I don't win any more ascension points. And then the ascension points feed into a leaderboard. So I'm currently number 132 on the leaderboard with my 8 points. Obviously, that will change over the days. Another 12 hours to go. And then there are these tokens, ASC tokens, Ascension tokens, and there are 415,000 of these distributed every day. And those are distributed on a pro rata scale to the people on the leaderboard. So at the moment, Matsu from the Bays Guild in Brazil, he's top of the league. I've noticed some people come in and they do have more. I don't think he'll be number one at the end of the day. There are some people who now I think are over 2,000 in terms of the ascended points they have. That means they spent a lot of money on NFTs. So he gets the most. Those people will get like obviously the most of these sort of crypto tokens. You can't do anything with the crypto tokens at the moment. That's sort of coming. I think you can use them to level up your NFTs, and obviously you'll be able to sort of spend them if you want. It's interesting that we have a lot of sort of guilds here. So Bays is the big Brazilian NFT guild, and they actually were involved in the sort of design of this game, the Web3 stuff. So unsurprisingly, they've got a whole bunch of these NFTs. Clearly, we've got some, and it runs on Avalanche. So we've got Avalanche Vietnam, people playing there as well. We've got YGG, a whole bunch of people from the YGG guild. They've got some points as well. So you can sort of see it's not everyone's in guild. Path DAO is another well-known guild. Anyone else we can see. Yeah, the YGG one. So basically, I've this is not a return on investment. Don't do this to make money. I've got 240 of these Ascension tokens. No idea. They're not live in the sense that you can sell them for money. So I have no idea how much they're worth. I don't expect them to be worth a lot of money. I'm not doing it for that reason. But interesting, and definitely interesting on the play to win thing. And there is actually an interesting thing here. So I haven't got one of these. Let's have a look. I haven't got one at the moment. But there are some of these characters, and I used to use them quite a lot. These guys here. These are sort of really interesting. So these are metamorphs. So basically, if you have those in, they just randomly copy one of the characters that are on the game playing field. So if you're using some of these, it's pretty unlikely, but you can basically, if you're playing someone with NFTs, you can basically copy their NFT character, even though you're not having access to the NFT. But that's just what the game logic of this one does. So it's sort of quite interesting how these things sort of can work. So even if you're not playing with an NFT, if you have a metamorph in there, you might end up sort of nicking or copying an NFT, the NFT of your opponent if they're using NFTs. But it definitely is play to win in there to some degree. As I say, I think people, if you're expecting people to spend money by these NFTs, you do need to have some rewards to them, and probably those rewards need to be more than just buying getting the in-game token for free. You probably need some in-game rewards as well. Quite whether that's at the set level of sort of double what the stats are, I don't know. That's a bit more of a game design decision. So anyway, thanks for watching. Please subscribe to the channel. See you again soon.